Hey sports fans, and welcome to Sports Talking with Cam. I'm your host Cameron Gooseby, and today I will be talking about my Week 16 predictions between the Chicago Bears and the Jacksonville Jaguars. These two teams will be these two teams are two completely different football teams. One in which who is trying to make the playoffs, and one in the other team that is trying to simply lose on purpose just to get the first round and the first draft pick of the 2021 draft, who is more than likely will be Trevor Lawrence. Now, with that being said, I just received word that the Arizona Cardinals just lost to the San Francisco 49ers by a score of 20-12. And that makes things a little more interesting because now the Cardinals' playoff hopes are now in the Bears' hands. Because with the Bears, if the Bears, they win, more than likely, in my opinion, they will win tomorrow. I'm not saying they're going to, no, I'm not overlooking this game by any means. But when I look at them, when I look at the Jaguars talent-wise, this is a team that is clearly tanking. This is a team that is clearly losing on purpose just to get the number one pick in the draft. But other than that, the Bears now they go 8-7, and now the Cardinals are 8-7. Week 17 will provide some huge amplifications for both of those two teams. One team will miss it, and then one team will make the playoffs. But with the Cardinals, if they lose next Sunday against the Rams, which could happen, mind you, this is also a divisional game. But if they lose to the LA Rams and the Bears beat the Green Bay Packers, then the Bears will actually be in the playoffs. Because everyone's looking at me like, wait, why would they beat the Packers? Well, let me tell you this: the Packers are the number one seed in the NFC. If the Packers somehow, if the Packers win their game tomorrow, they will more than likely be the number one seed in the NFC. And there's nothing, that the New Orleans Saints could do about that. And they are the number 2 seed in the NFC. So, in all assumptions, if the Bears, if the Packers win tomorrow, and the Bears win tomorrow, the Packers are guaranteed to stay are almost guaranteed to stay number 1. The Bears will tie up at number 7. But look at this: if the Packers are number 1 in the NFC, they are probably more than likely are going to rest Aaron Rodgers from Week 17. Now, if they don't rest Aaron Rodgers, then the Bears are in trouble. But if they rest Aaron Rodgers, then the Bears have a chance to make the playoffs. So literally, this will come down to decision making on Week 17 to see what the Bears can do about this. But other than that, going back to the predictions for the game, this is the 49ers. The Jaguars are a team, they are a team who, I know that they can win any given Sunday, as many analysts say that, but it's complete. I find it really unlikely for them to beat the Bears tomorrow. And yes, I know that there's been upsets as of late. The Jets, they beat the Rams, and then the Bengals beat the Steelers on Monday Night Football. But this team, the Bears, they're playing desperately right now. So I find it hard to think that the Bears are going to lose tomorrow. But with a final score outcome, the Bears, if I was going to give a final score outcome, I think the Bears are going to win by a score of 28-13. The defense is going to give up a little bit of points, but I think the offense and just running the football, I think that's just going to help them win this game. Now, of course, there's been news reports that Mike Glennon is going to be starting tomorrow against the Bears. This quarterback, he really has not had success in the league. So the Bears defense, I'm not saying sack off of him, but this is not an Aaron Rodgers we're speaking of. He's not a very good quarterback. So the Bears are going to have, the Bears, I think they're going to have a pretty good time tomorrow on defense, stopping everything on that tanking team. Now, concluding my video, I want you guys to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And I will see you guys later. But, man, hopefully some of these wishes for me tomorrow, they come true. But, hey, as always, go Bears.